Welcome to AG Chelsea TV. In today's video we'll start with Napoli send verbal Lukaku offer to Chelsea. Sky Sport Italia reports that Napoli have sent an opening a verbals offer to sign Romelu Lukaku from Chelsea. The broadcasters claim the proposal is worth €25 million plus €5 million add-ons. Napoli directors expect an answer from Stamford Bridge in the coming hours. Otherwise, they'll use this money to sign David Neres from Benfica, Illinois Mattino, and Sport Mediaset reported earlier today that Aston Villa were ready to match Lukaku's €43 million clause, but the ex-Inter and Roma striker only wanted to move to the Stadio Maradona to reunite with Antonio Conte. Napoli's offer for Lukaku means they won't wait for Victor Osimhen's sale before signing the Belgian striker. Osimhen wants to leave the Partenope and hasn't been involved in any pre-season game, but no club has matched his €130 million clause yet. Other reports in Italy suggest that Napoli want to sign Lukaku on loan with an obligation to buy tied to their Champions League qualification in 2024-25. Chelsea surprisingly include buyback clause in £1.7 million deal for youngster. Chelsea have agreed to sell winger Diego Moreira to sister club Strasbourg for £1.7 million according to journalist Sasha Tavalieri. The Blues have been busy in the transfer market with a number of new faces coming through the door, the latest of which is Pedro Neto, who joined from Wolves in a deal worth £51.4 million. However, Chelsea's squad is oversized and there's a number of players the club need to move on before the window closes, whether that's on loan or a permanent basis. The Blues have now seemingly struck a deal for another departure, and Tavalieri has reported that Moreira is set to join Strasbourg on a permanent basis. But there will be a buyback clause in the deal. He took to X.com and said, more details on Diego Moreira's deal to Racing Strasbourg. Been told it's going to be a permanent move as Strasbourg can't welcome new players on loan anymore. Chelsea FC will €2 million in return and should include a buyback option in the contract. Moreira will join Andre Santos, who is spending the season on loan with the French side, along with summer signing Caleb Wiley. Rapid youngster now training with Chelsea. The Blues have been keen to add a number of the world's brightest talents to their ranks ever since Todd Boehly took over. So far they have beaten some elite sides to deals for the likes of Kendry Porres and Estevao Willian, who have both impressed greatly in the early stages of their career. They will both be making the move to Stamford Bridge next summer, and will look to establish themselves as first-team players instantly instead of being loaned out. It looks as if this way of signing young players has not come to an end yet, with Chelsea reportedly welcoming Vincent Mobila to their training facilities. Fabrizio Romano has stated that the youngster has begun training with the Blues ahead of a potential deal. He said, Ghanaian midfield prospect Vincent Mobila, 2008, has started training with Chelsea this week. Vincent is a product of the Samba Stars Academy in Ghana. The 16-year-old has been praised for his rise in Ghana, with his attacking style being described as a rapid . There have been fears from some supporters that the deals to bring in top youngsters from around the world will take away from the illustrious academy system they already have at their disposal. Chelsea to re-signing João Felix. Chelsea are reportedly keen on signing 24-year-old Atletico Madrid forward João Felix, with Aston Villa also interested in him. According to a report by Graham Bailey on HITC, Chelsea have turned their attention towards João Felix after missing out on Samu Omorodian. The Portuguese international is also a target for Aston Villa. The 20-year-old striker was expected to sign a long-term contract with Chelsea after undergoing a medical, but the move has collapsed because of a contractual issue. Chelsea are now set to move on from the Spaniard and pursue the 24-year-old Portuguese forward. Felix has previously had a loan spell with Chelsea, and the Blues are hoping to bring him back to the club. The 24-year-old is the target for Premier League rivals Aston Villa as well. Chelsea are in desperate need of a quality attacker, and Felix would be a useful acquisition. Although he is not a prolific goalscorer, his overall footballing ability makes him an attractive prospect. The 24-year-old is still quite young, and he will only get better with coaching and experience. He could be a key player for Chelsea in the long term. Regular football in the Premier League could help João Felix improve further. He was regarded as a world-class prospect during his time at Benfica, but his move to Atletico Madrid has not worked out. He has had loan spells with Barcelona as well. The player will be hoping to end his Atletico Madrid nightmare permanently and join a club where he can make a fresh start. Chelsea could provide him with that option. He has played in English football with the Blues in the past, so he should be able to settle in quickly and make an instant impact as well. it remains to be seen whether Chelsea can secure the 24-year-old signature for a reasonable amount of money. Atletico Madrid will look to raise funds for their own signings this summer, and selling Felix permanently would be ideal for them. Pedro Neto in tears ahead of Chelsea move. Pedro Neto was in floods of tears ahead of his £54 million transfer to Chelsea, Wolverhampton Wanderers sporting director has revealed. The winger had long been a target for Arsenal and Tottenham, but has ended up in West London instead as part of Enzo Maresca's rebuild of the club. Neto has spoken of his excitement over the move and the chance to play for one of the biggest clubs in Europe, telling Chelsea's official website, "My expectations for myself are always high, the expectations here are high, so I'm looking forward to showing people why I am here, and that I deserve to be at the very top level." But Wolves chief Matt Hobbs has revealed that the 24-year-old actually found departing Molino extremely tough and emotional. "As hard as it was for us, I think it was probably harder for Pedro. Tears all morning at the training ground," Hobbs told Wolves' official website. "I don't think Pedro wanted to leave Wolverhampton Wanderers, and I've spoken to him since and he'll always love the club. But it felt like an opportunity for him that he couldn't turn down, and a deal for us we couldn't turn down. Pedro gets to go and compete in European football. Chelsea, with the amount of money they spend, have to be under pressure for titles and Champions League football, so he'll get that opportunity, but nobody should think this was easy for Pedro. For me, it was right for everyone, but also really upsetting for everyone. Everyone knows the player he is. He's a world-class winger who has been so unlucky with injuries, so we'll miss him on the pitch obviously, but also around the training ground with his energy and the relationship he had with so many people," Hobbs added. "It was a tough one, but it felt fair because of what Pedro had been through with the various injuries, and it's a great opportunity for him. The deal is one that works for us and Pedro, but by no means does it make it any easier." And that's the final content of today's video. Like, subscribe to support AG Chelsea TV.